morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beta Plans. We return to do another little bit of Hearthstone. And as you can see, my money has all of a sudden very much dwindled. And that is because I've opened up yet another solo adventure. Now, we once started with Black Rock Mountain in the very... I wanted to say the very first episode, but that's not true. I think about the third or so. Anyways, I started with Black Rock Mountain, but I never finished it. We have now finished, well, Naxxramas and the League of Explorers, but we never finished Black Rock Mountain. Time to correct that. And we are going up against Garn, the powerful magma elemental, and his Forsworn, or the... sorry, Firesworn, Forsworn. A little bit of, other games called Skyrim, perhaps? Yeah. The Molten Core Welcoming Committee. So I am going to fight him with my Evolve the Meek deck, and I hope for a very aggressive opening. Because he has an interesting board.
Thrall versus Gar!
I will lock you for Doomhammer.
Oh, if he could get just a Trog with this, it would be awesome. That's not a Trog. Alright. Well. All I know is this. This is the opening I know.
That's wrong.
He deals 1 damage to all minions, also his own minions, but they have Death Rattle. And they do 1 damage to the enemy hero for each Firesworn that died this turn. So, if I keep them on the board, I'm about to get rocked. Because I think that it is 7777777, and that is a lot of damage that I can't handle. But I don't think my opening is very good, to be honest.
Mind those little rock things, won't you?
This will... Ooh, there we go.
Elements guide me.
Now I don't know what he does once one is gone. There we go. Deal 2 damage to me and another 2 damage to me. Ouch, that's too bad because that will take down, yes indeedy. I was not looking forward to that. I was looking forward to kind of being able to use that.
Elements guide me.
Well, that's another 1 damage. With 1 damage, we'll have to just take. There's nothing else about it.
See that you don't explode. You still have an elemental lord to banish.
Yeah, this is going to be... You need a highly aggressive start. I placed this completely wrong, by the way, because I didn't realize I had a... or didn't... Well, realize is a bit of a weird thing to say, but I had Tusker Totemic.
Did you bring some fish? Not done.
That is a healing totem. That is not what we had hoped to see. Let's face it. Yeah, this is going to be a more damage to my face than I would like to see. The good thing about having a healing totem is that, well, we can heal up the rest of the stuff, but then he blew already quite a bit of damage to my face. But we are going to keep the card roll right now at this very, very moment. That could be good for us. I could blow up one of these guys for the next turn, but I think that's too early. Gonna place 1 guy like that. No, I miscalculated. I thought this guy would become 0 for some reason. In my mind, I had it pinned like that. Taunt doesn't really matter, so we're going to go with a Flame Reef Faceless. Ooh, thank you. Could use that.
You know, I enjoy watching you work.
Thank you, I guess. Somehow he really sounds kind of more creepy than he should be. Thank you that you're killing that one. Let's consider the options here. We could go incredibly face. And I think we should. But can we also kill this? We could with Bloodlust. I think that's actually worth it. We have enough. Ooh, too bad we don't have just one more. But we do it like this, and well, one Wind Fury later, we should win. If my Flame Reef Faceless does not die. Can't guarantee that. Oh, that was a victory in that case.
The power.
Boom. Let's get on to the next boss, shall we? Oh, let's first see what cards we have. We do want the reward, of course.
You should take a piece of Gar with you and skip it across Ragnaros' lava pool. You'd like that.
Druid of the Flame. Alright.
Baron Geddon is in our way. Handle him.
This is going to be like his legendary card, and this is going to be an upped version of that. Deal 5 damage to the enemy hero if they have any unspent mana. Oh, I gotta be on curve. Which one is the most likely to be on curve? I have no idea. I have no idea. What haven't we played in a while? I think we haven't played a Mech Mage in a while. Let's play a Mech Mage. This may be the wrong choice, though.
Versus Baron Geddon.
After all, I do not know his cards. Yeah, well, his text is at least, or his, the things that he says is at least the same as his legendary. This is really awesome, but... Well, great peril yields great beauty. I wouldn't advise this type of start, but alright. We need... No, actually, now we have 1 mana, 2 mana, and so his thing doesn't trigger. Why did I throw at this guy? Because we're not gonna get a mech out soon. Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, apparently, because it is dead. Alright, ooh. Rather would have... Really don't mind that, whoa. My guy just died over there, because I rather had this little guy on the board. Ooh, another Arcane Intellect, and that means we are going to be just fine on curve. Deal 5 damage. Well, he does it to the little bot. Too bad for the little guy, but good for me. He did not even stay himself on curve. Interesting to note.
I'll show them. I'll show them.
Ooh, Tinkertown, please don't die, mech of mine. We need you for the Tinkertown. Because we don't have any other. Choose an enemy mean if it lives until your what? If it lives until your next turn, do you 5 damage to all enemies? Well, that is not nice. Can you actually target your... You can. 5 damage to all enemies. Alright. I don't like this, but... I did this the wrong way. I should have first done that, actually, to stay more properly on curve, but... And the guy that we got out of it, the Mana Wraith, is not really what we wanted. We have, of course, another mech, though, for the Tinkertown. We had another mech for our Tinkertown Technician. Ouch. That is really unfortunate. He is low, though. Let's see here. So, 3. We could do him 6 damage. And that spends 2 mana. We can be on curve, but when we have a really bad Tinkertown. But I think I'm gonna go for it, actually. What did we get here? Mirror entity. That could be good.
Something needs tinkering?
Because if he gives us something with 4 damage, he's dead. Unless he has Flame Haunt and gets armor. Unless he gets a lot of armor. Which also isn't really the minion and I had hoped to gain, to be honest.
I'll get right on it.
Oh well. Ooh.
Or Tinkertown!
And with that, Baron Geddon is defeated.
You are close. Yes. Yes.
Okay. You are getting a little too excited for this. And here is Ragnaros, and well, seeing we know this, there is definitely going to be more behind it.
The molten core is my domain. I will crush you, insect.
Only Major Domo Executus can summon the Fire Lord. Can you convince him to do so? Well, if it is like, well, the legendary that is here, well, then you need to kill him first, and then Ragnaros comes out. This legendary, I would say, is kind of crappy. I'm sorry to say, but it is such conditional. But the Imp Gang boss is something we do want. And deal 8 damage to a random enemy. That is painful. We need somehow to kill Major Executive Domos very, very quickly. I'm not going to do another Evolve deck. We've done a Mage deck, so are we going to smork it up? Chitoon Warlock. Let's do a Chitoon Warlock. Then again, that's kind of a slow deck. That may be wrong. We probably kind of need actually some speed. I just realized that this may be a very poor choice.
Versus Major Domo Executus!
Ragnaros' most trusted minion. Let's see if we can force him to summon the Fire Lord for us. Yes.
None may challenge the living flame. Your soul shall be mine.
Something to... What? Oh, ouch. Now it is a really slow deck all of a sudden. Summon a 1-3 Flame Waker Acolyte. So wait, I first have to defeat this guy, then comes Ragnaros in. Wow, this feels like a true end boss already. That's a little silly.
Oops, I broke it down.
Your minions think you are weak.
For the Major Domo.
Yeah, this is going to be somewhat scary. And because he threw down this guy first, I do believe that the AI is programmed to attack with him first, and thus it will be no problem, but apparently I am wrong, and there is one of the most disliked cards around. Ooh. Too bad of the free damage we took, but thank you for the...
It's coming!
Well, there is Chitoon. And there is a Bog Creeper, which is also a pretty freaking nice card.
The Fire Lord.
Well, luckily that was a very, very light upgrade. Are we going to put in the Usher of Souls now? What is our other play? Shadow Flame is not even going to kill this guy, so that would be bad. I could Power for Wellness, but then the devs will be dead, but then we have nothing to play with it. So yeah, I think
Line.
it's time to get a line.
It's coming! Listen closely.
Alright, Chitoon, getting buffed.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Yes, we know. We could throw down Dread Infernal, but does that help us much? Is the question that we have to ask ourselves. Well, we have so many high plays, I don't really see another particularly practical play.
One by one.
I am actually going to kill you first. What am I doing? Why would I focus on you? Yes, you have more damage. I'll give that in, but... Okay. That is a big guy. But your tune is at 10, which is decent. The problem is that we are doing a one-on-one trade, and if, well, I still have to, fight Ragnaros. This is not going too swimmingly, to be honest. Ooh, but we have Doomcaller and we have a Chatoon. Could be really, really good. Certainly now, as Chatoon comes the next turn.
Mind if I roll knee?
Let's attack him. Alright, who is going to kill? I assume, yep. There is Emperor Force on that. That's not a problem.
Hey, give me that!
And we are gonna summon our first Chatoon, and I assume a second one is going to come in. Thank you for that. Holy heck, he can actually play a Molten Giant with the nerve, as I once said in my video. It was a big nerve, and I suggested it to be perhaps a wee little bit less powerful than that, but well, they didn't listen to me, and a lot of people are complaining that he got a little nerfed to the extreme, the Molten Giant.
Sleep.
Well, we almost have him coaxed to summon Ragnaros the Fire Lord, I assume.
Do I have to?
Actually, let's tap first, because that is a pretty good one.
Soon is my
Alright. And here you can see that I really should have tapped first, because I... What? What? I am glad I'm playing Warlock. Because with one Shadow Flame we could kill all of them with... Well...
Behold, Ragnaros, he who was ancient when this world was young. Mortal insects, you dare trespass into my domain?
Yes, I do, because we have the perfect answer to your quadruple Molten Giant along with a Core Rager, because we own Shadow Flame. Bye. I think in this episode we indeed will, well, kinda kill Ragnaros. And that was... I should have thrown down the Doomcaller. That was a bit of a mistake. But he has... If this ability even lands on her, well, we have shielded here. Oh, thank you. This should be fine. We should be dealing nice amounts of damage. Let's see here. This can only be done on a demon, right?
The symphony of terror begins.
Right. Chatoon is back in our deck. Do we want to power overwhelm here, I'm wondering? He has a lot of targets with his dying insect, so there's a good chance that one of our damage dealers stays up. So let's think about it. If I give her any damage, then he will have 4 health left. Right? And this guy would kill him, but not that. But if she comes out, yeah, but she will discard 1 card, and then it's a 50-50 if we can do it. Well, I think that actually is good enough chance, because there's a very low chance that he will actually take down that which is important. And by the way, of course, there will also become deadly damage from the Harvest Golem. So, we're gonna go this route. And, well, actually, the exact right card was taken away from us. I'm not even going to tap. Well, that is a victory. It is guaranteed unless he has two crazy, crazy cards. Yeah, well, there is a 0-1 down. No problem. And that was this wing. And oh my, we have to do this with, of course, Chatoon. Double Chatoon and 3. Well, what actually they called, I don't even know.
You've done it! The mountain is mine! Mine!
Yeah, you really sound like an evil guy. Perhaps probably he is, and everybody's saying no, but I haven't played World of Warcraft, I said before. But yes, that is defeating the Molten Core, all 3 stages of it in one video. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.